Hi there, students. Conscientious. Conscientious, an adjective. Conscientiously, the adverb. Conscientiousness. Okay, so the real meaning of conscientious is guided by your conscience, by that little voice that tells you what's right and what's wrong. But we use this word conscientious to say that somebody puts a lot of effort into their work. They're very painstaking. They feel a responsibility, a moral responsibility, to do their work carefully. Okay, so he's a very conscientious worker. He is very diligent. He tries to do his work, to do his duty very well and very thoroughly. So, she's conscientious, she's diligent, she's assiduous and industrious. Okay, so meticulous. A conscientious listener is a good person to talk to. Effectively, you're governed by the dictates of your conscience. Okay, so I wish that our politicians were conscientious in this meaning, driven by the dictates of their consciences. Sometimes I feel they don't have any conscience whatsoever. But most commonly, somebody who's conscientious, they're careful to do their work properly. They're very dedicated. She was a very conscientious mother. He's always very conscientious about his work, making certain that everything is done properly. He works very conscientiously. I think this is more positive than punctiliously, but that would probably not be a bad synonym. Okay, so it's a good thing to be conscientious, to dot all the I's, to cross all the T's, to be thorough, to be careful, to be exact, to be painstaking, meticulous, and faithful to something. So the opposite of conscientious is careless, negligent, thoughtless. Yeah, and then I guess a conscientious person as well, who acts through through their conscience, somebody who's honourable, who's just, who's upright, scrupulous and honest. Okay, I think scrupulous is now starting to cross the two different meanings. Conscientious students are normally the ones that get the best results. They are careful, they're hard-working, they always do their homework, or they always try to do their homework. They do their best to make sure that everything is right, that everything's been done correctly. Okay, so yeah, to be very painstaking. Yes, he conscientiously applied himself to the work at hand. I wish everyone we met was conscientious about doing things properly. I think this is the opposite of capricious or impulsive as well. Notice you could have a conscientious objector. This is with the second meaning of the dictates of one's conscience. This is somebody who refuses to go to war because they believe it's against their religious or moral principles. So, for example, Quakers have always been conscientious objectors. It's against their conscience and they refuse to fight. Okay, so a conscientious objector. But notice that's this acting according to moral or religious principles or dictates. So, conscientious, formality. I'm going to give it a 5.5, maybe a 6 in formality. I think careful would be a good word to use informally. Let's see, could you use it informally? Just about, yes. I think probably better in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, or something above that. And then as to origin, well, it comes through French, consciencieux, conscientious, which itself comes from Latin, conscientia, knowledge or consciousness. So if you're conscious of all the different details, then you're conscientious. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Conscientious, conscientiously, conscientiousness.